Stadium in Salt Lake City, easily one of the most passionate and still underrated environments in college football. This crowd ready to roar for the Utes. It can be a tough place for visitors to win. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Nittany Lions will kick this away to get us going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incompletion makes it second down. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. He hands it off from the gun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. When he's got some space here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him run the football the way he is today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. He lets it go. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They finally go down, but it's a first down and much more. Great game in the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Martin. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Reynolds. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
They're going to run it here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Utes offense takes the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Now someone moved just a bit too early, and it'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And the Utes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us arm strength.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective. When as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's okay. But inside, no. Can't have that happen, and it cost them.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back, lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And that's a solid return after the interception.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
And the Utah offense takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Looking right, this one caught. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 7, Utah 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On 1st down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. He shreds the tackle. Going to try to use his legs here. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. But the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered. But I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Chris,
you some dog shit, bro.
Unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
And the Nittany Lions line up with a 1st and goal. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Penn State 14, Utah 0.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Utah offense takes the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got him, he's sacked.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it. This got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Second down now after the sack. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Breaking, look at that, he's still going. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And the running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Utah offense takes the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He shreds the tackle. Look at that powerful running. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team, and you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
1st down and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to scramble. He stays alive. Using his legs on the scramble. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a 1st down.
And here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now,
he's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to try the extra point. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Utes offense takes the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. He stopped at the 49.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to his target. And is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Long enough and good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Utes will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage C gets the returner to the ground. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Running with purpose. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll hand it off. Stiff arms the man. Big stiff arm, and he breaks free. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
There's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. makes a spectacular diving catch.
Chris, that's just a great individual effort to lay out like that to make a catch.
For the offense.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Penn State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Utah offense takes the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down after a short gain there. The Utes come to the line to run the hurry up. It's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Breaking down. He cannot escape defense with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And the Utes will bring their punt team onto the field. That's his 4th punt already today.